Prediction time. We got Islam Makhachev. We do have a new opponent in Bobby Green, no longer Beneil Dariush. Totally different opponent, but if you believe the odds makers, Islam's about to walk through him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they have it exactly right, but big favorite for Islam is definitely the move for this one. Bobby Green's tough as nails. He's going to be hard to finish, but with the style that Islam brings into the octagon, it's going to be a matter of time, especially when he's got 25 minutes to work. It's going to be really difficult for Bobby Green to not wind up having to tap or say uncle, but I don't know. Crazy things have happened. He's got really good punches, really good straight punches, and he's not one of those guys that's just going to get walked over, especially coming off that last victory. He's got star written all over him. If he's able to make something crazy happen and get a win over Islam, now we're talking about another top contender and somebody who's well on their way to being a big star. But that's easier said than done when you're going against Khabib's protege, a Dagestani nightmare, one of the guys who's the most feared man in the entire UFC and everybody's number one contender at lightweight division.
Yeah, Bobby Green has an opportunity to capture lightning in a bottle here, right? And this is one of those moments where, to me, this would be top 10 biggest upsets in UFC history. Everybody has all but anointed Islam Makhachev as the next king of 155, the uncrowned king, if you will. But Bobby Green is going to present a level of difficulty that Beneil Dariush did not. Beneil Dariush is very good on the ground. He's very sneaky with leg entanglements. As we saw in the Moises fight with Islam, he did have a little bit of difficulty, if you will, getting out of that leg entanglement that Moises had wrapped up safely. So I was looking to see Beneil, and we saw him heel hook the bejesus out of Tony Ferguson here in Houston. Tony just chooses not to tap. Tony would rather hear snap than to tap. So he's just one of those guys. But I was looking forward to the difficulty that was going to bring. Bobby Green brings a whole different layer of difficulty. Bobby Green's got some of the cleanest boxing in the game. The hottest topic of late 2021, early 2022, and for whatever reason, I have no idea, is who's the best boxer in the game. Calvin Kattar says he's the best boxer. Then Max Holloway says, no, I'm the best boxer. I boxed your face off. Well, Bobby Green's got to be somewhere in there because that performance over Nasrat was a thing of beauty. He jabbed his face off. But here's the deal. He doesn't have a lot of knockout power. Bobby Green strings together very impressive performances where he just beats his opponent up over 15 or 25 minutes, but he doesn't finish them with just this emphatic power like you see Conor do back in the day. He doesn't have that type of finishing power, and so he's going to be contending with a guy in Islam who's going to be looking to take him down for 25 straight minutes, and I think it's almost impossible, no matter who you are, but especially someone like Bobby Green who doesn't come from that pedigree as far as grappling and wrestling goes, to avoid being taken down by Islam for 25 minutes. So I see this as a very clear-cut path here. I think Islam's going to get him down in the first round but not finish him, and I think he's going to get him in the second round, and that's going to be the last we see of Bobby Green in this fight. I'm looking for a submission either by head and arm choke or potentially rear naked choke in the second round.
Yeah, you always have to give credit to the guys who take fights on short notice. And I'm not just talking about Bobby Green. This fight is just as short a notice for Islam Makhachev than it is Bobby Green.
Yeah.
These guys didn't know they were going to be fighting each other. And to be honest, they're completely different styles between Bobby Green and Beneil Dariush. You couldn't have different fighters, and more different fighters, I should say. And Islam Makhachev didn't bat an eye. Of course I'm fighting. They just want to keep him active so he can keep moving forwards to that title fight. It seems like sometimes the Dagestanis have a long journey to the belt, but it's sort of an inevitable journey, and they're going to keep winning until they get there. Bobby Green decided to step in, save the card, which I'm really happy for. Everybody's kind of wanting to see just how fast Islam can get to the title now that we know he's officially in the game. He's officially in the running. And for Bobby Green to step up and do this is really cool. I think his stock is already going up because he accepted this fight. Now, anything he does on top of that is just icing on the cake. It's a little extra gravy, and people are going to appreciate seeing this fight. I think he's going to be a dog. I think he's going to come out there and know that his back's against the wall. There's a tough dude that's going to try to take him down, and he's just going to throw as many bombs as he can. Islam Makhachev, though, is just too difficult to deal with when he comes to getting to the ground. And I think Bobby Green doesn't have the skills to keep him at bay for 25 straight minutes. He might be able to do it for a round. He might be able to do it for a couple of rounds, or maybe he'll even get taken down and get back up. But at the end of the day, it's going to be an overwhelming storm that Islam's bringing to the cage, and it's going to result in a tap. I think we're going to see a rear naked choke. It's going to happen in about the second round. If he did it to Dan Hooker as quick as he did it, I think we're going to see it maybe a little bit longer, just because he's got to be calculated on his entries with Bobby Green striking. But Bobby's, like you said, he's one of those guys that's got really good punches, but he doesn't really put people to sleep. And while I don't see cardio being an issue, if it did go to the fourth and fifth rounds, I think that Islam's also got really good cardio, and he's going to try to get the job done a little bit earlier. But Bobby Green can throw for 25 straight minutes. We all know that. I just don't think he's going to get that opportunity. That's why I see second round rear naked choke. I know I like to go against you when we go with the predictions and usually pick the other person, but at minus 1,000 odds, I can't go against Islam Makhachev. If you're a betting person and you like, the underdog story, then throw some money at plus 600 Bobby Green. But I wouldn't put the whole bank account on it, because I do think that Islam Makhachev's got this one in the bag.
Yeah, I think so. And I think what I'm hoping for out of Bobby Green, and I don't think anybody, especially us, expects Bobby Green or wants Bobby Green to show us that he can defeat Islam Makhachev. A black eye would suffice. Bust his face up, hit him with a few clean shots, show us something so that, it was worth your time to get in there and you were a formidable opponent. But I don't think anybody really expects Bobby to win this fight. But there again, that's where some people do their best work, when the pressure's totally off and you can relax. You're getting a payday that you weren't expecting to get. You're fighting an opponent that you never expected to fight, really, because of where they were in the rankings, and Islam's on the fast track to the title. Bobby Green was not probably thinking that he was going to fight Islam Makhachev anytime soon, if ever. So it's one of those situations where you can kind of let your hair down and go in there and have some fun. And sometimes that proves to be when a fighter's the most dangerous. I still don't think it's going to be enough, because I do believe that at the end of the day, the skills pay the bills, and Islam's got him in spades, and he's got the right type of skills to beat Bobby Green. But I'm hoping to see Bobby Green have a good round, possibly 2 good rounds, but I see it ending exactly the same way you do. It's going to be a choke. We're going to see some ground and pound. We're going to see Bobby try to squirm out of it, bridge out of it, shrimp out of it. Islam's going to make the adjustments. It's not going to work, and eventually he's going to expose his back, and that's going to be all she wrote. But I think that this is a blessing in disguise for Islam, because if he wins this fight, he's probably getting a title next. And now he's only got to cut to 160 instead of 155. So he's going to be much fresher for his next weight cut. And although Bobby Green only has to cut to 160 as well, he just had to cut to 156 for his last fight. So he's got 2 weight cuts in a row, and one on very short notice. So there may be a little bit of an energy zap there. But I think the person who benefits the most from this catch weight is actually Islam.
Yeah, I think so. And hopefully they're throwing a little bit of extra money in Bobby Green's direction. He deserves it for taking this, for doing another weight cut right back to back. And who knows, maybe the extra 5 pounds will give him a little more pop in his shots, and he might shock the world. Crazier things have happened in this world than Bobby Green, a tough dude like that, knocking somebody out. So I'm just excited to see it happen.
Me too. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you are a believer in Bobby Green and think he's going to win this fight, drop us a comment below. If you think Islam's got it in the bag, we'll take a like. Until the next one, have a wonderful day.
Peace.